Hey guys, Blue Boxes here, and we're doing a jungle guide for Naja. Now, I haven't done a jungle guide before, and I plan to do a lot more, so tune into that if you want to see more jungle guide videos. Um, Now, this is the PTS with all the new items, so, everything's, up for change at the moment, but I still like doing these guide videos just for the, players that are interested in any new item builds you can do with the junglers. Now, this is just going to be a normal start. We're not going to go for the invade because we're not sure what we're against right now. You know? Well, it's safe to say that it would be Chalk solo, but it actually is Bacchus solo when we get into the game, which is very strange. You don't really see Bacchus solo that much, but, it turns out to be, so you kind of have to deal with that. But regardless of that, you should always look for, if you have a very aggressive team, to go for an early evade with with Naja. Sorry, Naja is really good with early evades with a ring toss. So just whenever you think you have the chance, go for an early invade. But you can't miss that ring toss. If you miss that ring toss, you're screwed. So you really have to be careful about that. But it turns out to be Zeus solo for my team. I thought it was Chang'e. Chang'e's actually going middle, so this is gonna be weird. I actually think Chang'e fares better against Anubis, so maybe they're in a party and they decided that. Zeus is really bad against Anubis, so you have to really. That's a really good pick by them, actually. Now I'm gonna get my passive AOE auto attack up here and land it onto the big minion. Now, yeah, that's a really good start to do for any camp, is to get your AoE auto up right before the camp goes up. You can see this AoE right now. It heals you a ton, and it just helps you clear really fast. Okay, so the enemy jungler, and the enemy solo cleared the camps faster. Actually, the Wheelix didn't pick up their speed. I didn't even notice this in the gameplay when I was playing this game. I just noticed this now. That's why they got to wave, but wow, that's a weird thing to do. Maybe they did small camps to the speed, or maybe they just did blue because their clear was bad. I'm not sure. Regardless of that, though, since we got wave advantage right now with that ring toss, we're gonna look to go a little bit aggressive here. Unfortunately, Anubis picks up a kill on Chang'e, but what can you do? Now, they line up perfectly for a ring toss, and I get a first blood really easily here. And I just tell my Zeus that I'm going to leave. As soon as I got that first blood, I should have gone to their speed buff, but I actually did not notice that Wheelix got the speed buff. But in that position, I would have done that. I would have taken their speed buff because I have Hog 2, and because Naja is so good in the early game. Now, you can see how this AoE auto is actually really, really good for clearing camps. Use that to the, most efficient way you can. It's one of the strongest things in her kit. In his kit, sorry. His! Gosh. I always screw that up. I think everyone screws it up once in a while, though. Anyway, I have my Hog up, so I can look to go aggressive on this Anubis in the lane. I can look to hog the archers and get a lot of auto attack damage on the Anubis, or maybe get a really good ring toss. But I actually ring toss the wave to get a little bit of poke on the wave, because Chang'e's having trouble clearing. I go hog the wave here, and you can see I'm getting these autos off. Any little auto helps, and we're gonna get level 5 off the mid camp, or the mid lane. Now, because mid camps aren't spawning for a couple seconds here, I'm gonna look for a gank. And if I can get a double kill or even a kill, it's worth losing mid camps over, in my opinion. If you get a kill on a very aggressive lane such as AMC Chalk, it's really good for your team. So I'm just gonna get a really good ult off on AMC here. And my X-Ball actually ends up picking the kill, I think. Yeah, so that's really, really good for their lane. Now, Geb makes a huge misplay here and knocks him away. I'm sorry. When I was playing, I was so pissed. But, you know, things happen, so I say no problem. We're gonna lose both mid camps here, unfortunately. So if I would have gotten that kill on Chalk, that would have been worse to miss the mid camps, but we don't. One thing, junglers, you're gonna have to do, considering dual lane starts at red to attack speed right now, you're gonna have to leech off mid lane or soul lane a lot because there's not a lot of camps to work off right now. So I'm just gonna check to see if they did left side, and they did, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about that. But, you know, again, what I said, just leech. When there's no, you know, big camps up, you gotta leech. But I'm gonna go tell the Chunga to do a red, and I'm sorry, Anubis is taking a ton of damage here. I lock him down with my rope, freaking scarf, whatever, attack. And I go tell Chunga, let's go pick up your red really fast here, and then I can go to my speed buff. Pop your 2 just to get a little bit more crit damage off there. Helps you clear. I'm not going to use my hog. Just going to pick up the red really quickly. And then Chunga actually should have shared small camps with me here, but, you know, whatever. And you can see how good that AoE is again. The AoE autos really help. So I'm going to rush over to blue and tell him I'm on my way so I get a little bit of experience. I think he cleared the 2 little minions, which is unfortunate. But the good thing is he waits for me just to pick up the big minion. So I get the golden experience for that. Now, I tell my team we need wards because we actually just don't have any wards. And we really do need them. Which, you know, is really important in a game like this with a Wheelix. She's very fast with the rotations, and you need to see those wards out way earlier than this Gimp is putting out right now. And, again, with those AoE autos, you're allowed to just hit these small minion camps. I just juke a little bit of Anubis damage. I pop my 3 again. Again, just getting as much auto attack damage as I can. I'm really trying to help out this Chunga, and Chunga makes a great call saying Chalk was behind me. I say thanks, because that was actually a really good call by him. I could have been ulted and then stunned by Anubis, and I could have died if he didn't call that. So, really good call by the Chunga to call for me there. I'm going to rope onto a Wheelix here, and Chunga, I've never seen someone die so much. Like, watch this, guys, watch. Oh! I've never seen someone get blown up. Oh god, that was hard to watch. Anyway, we're gonna get a ton of damage on Chalk here. And this is the funny part. I missed my ult, right? Bad miss. I'll admit that was a bad miss. He is taunting me. Just wait to see what happens, you taunting piece of crap. Great get ball. Get my ring toss. Get my 3 off. And, yeah, you ain't taunting anymore, are you? You little piece of crap. Anyway, I check left side, and they're not up. And we go to check right, and they are up. So we get 1 mid-camp. I haven't had a lot of mid-camp control here because I've tried to help my duo and mid lane so much in the laning phase. Not when the mid-camps are up, so I haven't been able to rotate that much for the mid-camps, which is unfortunate. But regardless of that, you're going to want to pick up Jotuns. I love Jotuns on Najah. It gives you a lot of damage. And I'm going to pick up Fist of the Gods. So I can stop a lot of Anubis damage. That Plague of Locust, I can stop that. Which is really good. If I miss my 3, I can still stop that damage. And, you know. And I can also, it's a fairly good escape for Najah if you can stun them away and just get a little bit of time to move out. Now Bacchus goes really aggressive on Zeus here. Zeus calls the ultimate down even though I saw it, so yeah, whatever. And I get a little bit of damage on him. I'm just gonna hog stun him here just to get a little bit more damage. Tried to get the ring toss there. I noticed that Wheelix is trying to go aggressive on me here, but she's really not in the position to. She's level 7 and I'm level 10. I see Zeus is rotating over and I just pop my ult immediately. Get almost all the crits off, and actually just kill her there. Kill her dead. Now, this is a really good play by me. Bacchus does some tremendous jukes with from my autos there. But you can see I didn't dive for the kill. I knew Zeus was gonna pick it up, so I didn't like risk anything, you know? I didn't risk me dying or anything like that. Now I checked the blue buff. I also saw Chalk rotating, and you know, free kill on Chalk. He went to see if those small camps were up, and I get an easy kill on him. Go back, I'm 5-0, really ahead of the enemy jungler, and I'm gonna get some wards here. We have really good wards on the soul lane side. We have not much wards on the right. We actually have no wards at all on right side. So I'm gonna look to either ward there or an aggressive ward on the soul lane side. Now my speed's coming up soon, but I know the blue's up, so me and the Zeus can share the experience, and my Zeus can get the blue he needs. And my Zeus is actually playing really well here. I don't really see this much. My soul lane actually comes and helps me with speed, so he shares experience with me. Now that's a really good thing to do if you're a soul lane. He wants me to push the lane, and you know, I'm saying, okay, I'll take a free wave from you. I guess he wants minions under the tower against the Bacchus. But mid camps are coming up soon, so I have to rotate for those. I see a Wheelix is really low here, and I have my ult, so I can just kill her really easily here. I get one auto, and then I pop my ult right away. You always want to land that auto, because you have that time to do so. Now, Anubis pops his ult to secure the kill on me, which is too bad. I call Anubis ult down. And I can finish my Jotuns here, you know, that's not too bad. X-Ball's getting really good damage. Unfortunately, his last auto Phantom hit it. There's been a lot of Phantom hits, and a Phantom hit is when the ability shows the animation of it going off, but it actually doesn't go off. Chang'e uses her ult there really inefficiently, but you know, whatever. Pokes Anubis out of lane for a little while. I have a ward and a mana pot 6-1, so I'm fairly, you know, kitted right now. And I tell Chang'e to go rotate for mids. She hasn't rotated for mids like once in this entire game. She goes to check and they're not there, unfortunately. I can get a really good kill on Anubis if he stays here, but he actually makes a smart play and doesn't. I'm going to rotate to the soul lane because I know Wheelix is there. I'm going to pop a ward, but Chang'e also pops a ward, so we double ward. But regardless of that, I see a Wheelix here, and she's going to jump to juke my 3, and I'm going to look to see if I can get some damage on Anubis. I try and stun him out. I stun him out with that Plague of Locusts, you can see that. And I pop my ult, and my 2 actually crits on him, so I wasted my ult there, but I didn't realize it would crit. So, you know, I get a free kill there. I'm trading really well here again, and mid camps are down. I've lost a lot of mid camps. You guys have to be wary of mid camps. If you're not getting kills in every lane or farming really well with these small camps, you have to be wary of mid camps. Mid camps are so important still. Even if they don't spawn right away in the game, you gotta be getting those up as much as you can. Now I know it's Chang'e here, so I'm just gonna pick up the red for her. And we haven't actually had a ward on the Gold Fury in a while, so I'm actually scared they might have picked up the Gold Fury. And you know, we really need wards, like a sentry ward or something. And Geb puts out a ward, which is really good. But since I'm ahead, I'm able to get this many wards. You know, with a sentry and 2 normal wards, I can get a lot of vision for my team. Now in a ranked game or a more high level casual game, I wouldn't have to do this. You would think people would ward for themselves, but you know, unfortunately, in a casual game, you have to use your lead the best you can. Now I missed my 3 and take a lot of damage from his 3 there, but he actually pops his ult for some reason. I have no idea why. Gabe gets a really good shield on me so to make sure I don't get a lot of poke. And I'm going to go around here to see if I can pick up a Wheelix kill. And I see our position, pop my 3, get another auto off. You can see how I get those autos off before I hit my ult. And I pick up a really easy kill. Geb gets a really good ult on Chalk, and I pop my 3 to stop his 2. I get really good bouncing blades, and I get the last auto on Anubis there. I'm 9-1, and I'm fairly huge, and I'm just gonna freaking pick up the kill on Chalk again, and I call for a Gold Fury. This should be the easiest Gold Fury anyone's ever done in the world. Bacchus is left lane. This should be complete. You know, X-Ball should have been on this way earlier, but regardless of that, we have a ton of time to do this, and we pick it up fairly easily here. Now, guys, I really hate making DC, like when someone from the enemy team DCs, it's really, really annoying. But, you know, it's PTS, and I swear to God, 90% of my games, there's been people that are BMing and DCing, you know, rage quitting because they can. You're not there to rage quit. You're here to test the game, you know, and it's really freaking frustrating to see people, you know, like BM or, you know, rage quit when they're not doing well. It's PTS. You're trying to test new things, you know. If you're doing poorly, you can always surrender, or, you know, you can test how this character plays from behind. And you know, my Weelix rage quits, so I'm sorry about that, you guys, but I 90%. This is why the video is coming out so late. 90% of the games, I'm not even kidding. It's disgusting. So I apologize for that. But regardless of that, I'll still show how you play Najah when you're super far ahead. And to be honest, I should have more presence on their side of the buffs. I should be going on their buffs and getting them more. And this is exactly what I'm doing. Even if that Weelix was alive, I could have taken, you know, her speed because she's so far behind. I'm 6 levels on her when she left, so that's pretty crazy. Now, even if you're even if Anubis was CC immune there, I can still go towards the enemy with my 3. So make sure you can do that if you want to get closer. We almost get Chalk here, but he gets a really good juke off. And, you know, when someone escapes from that, yeah, you let them go. But I really wanted this Chalk there. I'm still a little salty after he, you know, he taunted me. And I bait for X-Ball here. I stop him from backing, and X-Ball picks up an easy kill. And unfortunately, he dies from the tower. But, you know, totally worth. It was completely worth. Screw that guy for taunting me. Screw that guy, man. Anyway, regardless of that, you can see my build. I'm going to go into Deathbringer here. Deathbringer is a really core item on any Najah. And I actually really wanted to test out Najah late game because Najah falls off late game. In my opinion, she can delete people, but in high-level play, people are going to be running Magi's busting, and they're going to be beating your ults really effectively. Sorry. So you gotta be careful of that. Now, I tried to line my ult here. You have to get used to the ult. It's you use your 3, you do 3-4 to do the ult combo, or you have to get used to it. Now I got a really good ring toss there, and Chalk is getting completely blown up here. Actually, this is like I really want this AMC kill. I chase it a little too hard. Now, for some reason, I've always thought my 2 gives you movement speed. It does not give you movement speed. You know, it always felt like it should, doesn't it? That would be a good buff to Najah if his 2 gave him a movement speed buff. That would be, I think, a really good buff to Najah. To make him really viable in the jungle. You know, he's a little weak right now. But, you know, he's not a bad pick in any sense in the jungle lane. If you get really aggressed on, and you get shut down, then yeah, he's really hard to come back from. But, regardless of that, really good pick in the jungle lane, and a really fun pick. Now, I gotta be careful here. Even though I'm super far ahead, if I get picked up by the Chalk Bacchus and AMC, that would suck. And you really want to keep your lead as much as you can. This is what I'm talking about. Even though you have a great lead, you should not be throwing in the lead like I do right now. I get a kill, you know. Again, easy kill, but it's an easy kill for them as well, you know. I'm in such a terrible position, and Anubis and Chalk rotate for me here. I actually end up doing a lot of damage to this Chalk. I hog stun him to get a couple autos. My ring toss actually missed there, which was weird. And I just get taken out. If that ring toss would have hit, and if I would have hog stunned Anubis' Plague of Locusts, I probably would have killed them. But that was a misplay on my part. But regardless of that, I'm actually going to pick up Spirit Robe to make myself a little bit tankier in the late game. And give myself full cooldown for ults almost every 5 seconds, it feels like. Full cooldown to Jaw is just crazy. And Spirit Robe is probably one of the best defense items in the game, in my opinion, right now, for jungler or solo. But regardless of that, guys, we pick up a kill on Anubis, and they surrender because they're 4v5ing in a really bad position. Excuse me. So, I mean, good game all around. Sorry about the DC again. I really hate recording stuff with DCs, but it's taken me way too long to record a game where someone doesn't DC. I say GG regardless. Lobby chat again bugged for some reason, but there's a lot of bugs. I said GG. Expo is so good right now in the AD carry lane. And my build was Bumba's Boots, Jotun's Deathbringer into Spirit Robe. What I would have gotten in place of those is Titan's Bane and Magi's maybe. 12, 2, and 8, I was a part of almost every kill in the game. A lot of gold earned, a lot of player damage. Look at all that player damage. Me and Xball completely dumpstered them. Damage taken a lot, damage mitigated a lot, and I placed almost more wards than Geb, but he placed a little bit more. Now, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, again, if you want to see more jungle guides, make sure you tune in.